Okay, let's get into the news of the day for Thursday, May the 28th here at Canada's pre-World Cup camp. We heard today from Derek Cornelius, from Alfie Jones, from Tajon Buchanan and Luke Defugero. You'll hear from all of those shortly. Obviously, a big day, the day before the World Cup squad is announced for the 2026 World Cup. We're going to get into that shortly as well, and I'm going to give you my prediction as well. But I want to start with something else first, and forgive me, it's not necessarily just about football. It's a little bit emotional for me today. Heard from my son back home that a teenager took his own life. And I want to bring that up. Many people would say, why are you doing that today? Well, listen, I have a microphone and it's raw. And I've always trusted myself to be authentic with you, the audience. So I just want to say, give love to people, be kind to people, check in with your loved ones, and make sure that you take care of each other. On that note, Canada have been taking care of each other a lot. I know it's a difficult transition, but please bear with me. This is a team that is full of camaraderie and love. And I think that is really important. Jesse Marsch has spoke about that a lot as it being a true superpower. And Alfie Jones, a player who hasn't been involved in a lot of those squads, I felt was the perfect man to ask about that.
When I first come, I've never walked into a group like this, the togetherness, how the staff are as well with the players, the connection between everyone. It's an unbelievable group of guys and so much talent in this group. So yeah, it's a pleasure to be involved with it.
Some great words there from Alfie. Okay, so let's start predicting this World Cup squad of 26 players. We know the goalkeepers. Dane St. Clair's here, Owen Goodman's here, and of course, Maxime Crepeau. That's your three goalkeepers. Let's get into the defenders. Alistair Johnston, Nico Segur, whether you want to call him a midfielder or a defender, he's there obviously as a fullback, along with Richie Larea and Alphonso Davies. The five centre-backs, and remains a prediction, is obviously a little bit up in the air, and there's a lot of injuries. We heard from Moise Bombito yesterday, and we heard from Derek Cornelius today, Moise Bombito's preferred partner. Here's what Derek Cornelius said about his return to fitness. Derek, ideally for you to get to be ready for the 12th of June, what kind of minutes do you need over these next two games?
Yeah, I think minutes are important. Everyone wants to be playing regularly right now. Unfortunately, the reality of the squad is that a lot of us are lacking ideal minutes, but I think that was a big reason of us coming down here, training in this heat, pushing ourselves really to the max so that we're making up for maybe lost minutes over the year. But I think everyone is, as I said, feeling good, feeling confident, and ready to go when June 12th comes.
But physically, you'd be ready to start both if you could.
Yeah, I feel good.
So Moise Bombito and Derek Cornelius, obviously two of the centre-back partnerships. We'd expect Joel Waterman to make it as well. He's been a big fixture for Jesse Marsch's Canada team over the last couple of years. Another one, Luke Defugero, likely going to his first ever World Cup, out of concussion protocol. Here's what happened. Luke, can you take us in from that moment for Dendo when you got the concussion and what that was like to now?
To be fair, I actually thought nothing had happened to me. I remember I had the moment and I kind of felt my head a bit, but I continued and then went in at half-time and it just got a bit worse. And then after the game, I was kind of just a bit off it. And then, it took a few days. I was kind of under the weather for a few days, and now I feel back to normal completely, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's all good now. So I'm excited to get going again.
The other centre-back we expect to be in the World Cup, Alfie Jones. We've already heard from him about the camaraderie inside the dressing room, and here's what Alfie Jones had to say now about his return from fitness and the likelihood of him playing at the World Cup. Alfie, how optimistic are you about playing on June 12th?
Yeah, I think I'm feeling really good now. I'm just trying to take each day as it comes, work to my full fitness. So it's been a very good couple of weeks, a very productive couple of weeks, and yeah, I'm feeling great at the moment. And obviously, it's up to Jesse whether I make the roster. But yeah, I'm optimistic myself.
If you make the roster, how many minutes ideally can you play in the next couple of games before the World Cup?
I think I'll have to speak to the medical team before I can answer that fully. But ideally, I would like to play as many as I can. Obviously, it's been a long time since I've got some minutes, so yeah, it'd be nice to get some minutes under my belt. Listen, I just need to get my fitness up, need to get the strength back in it. Like I said, I'm feeling really good now. It's been productive. But yeah, just need to get that fitness element up and the strength back in it, and then hopefully I can get involved in the matches and get my match fitness back.
So they are the defenders that we're predicting to be in the World Cup roster announcement. Alfie Jones looks like he's going to be a certainty. I don't think we would have spoke to him publicly and he would have been made available if he wasn't going to make the squad. And personally, I think that is a massive addition. So to central midfielders, Jonathan Osorio, Matthew Chouanier, Ismail Kone, Stefan Eustáquio, Nathan Saliba, I think are certainties as well. They've all been mentioned by Jesse Marsch in different interviews this week. We expect them to be named on the roster. So what about the forwards, the strikers, and the wingers? We know that Liam Miller, Ali Ahmed, Tejan Buchanan, and Marcelo Flores, I think, are all locks as well. Flores, one of two players alongside the captain Alphonso Davies to not be here at the moment. Flores has got a CONCACAF Champions Cup final to play this weekend. The other thing about Flores is that Jesse Marsch has mentioned to me and to a few others about the possibility of maybe playing him as a second striker. So what does that mean about the numbers? Remember in my interview you can watch on YouTube with Jesse Marsch when I asked him is he taking 5, he said he may just take 4, obviously throwing out the possibility of Flores playing there as well. So who are we locking in? Well, Jonathan David, Promise David, Taniolo O'Shea, and obviously Kyle Larin. For me now, that's 25 names. So who is the 26th? Now we know Promise David is fit and healthy, possibly for the opening game. I want to throw up my roster that I picked 2 weeks ago, and you'll see the one name I have on there that we haven't mentioned is Daniel Jebison. I had Jebison on there because of his impact, the way that he played in the last couple of games in the March friendlies, and also question marks, particularly around Promise's availability. Now we remove that. What does that mean for Jebison? And what does that mean for Jacob Schaffelberg? Before we get into Schaffelberg, I asked Tejan Buchanan today about his strengths.
Yeah, obviously a difference maker. A player that wants to run in behind and cause problems. A great left foot. He scored big goals. Get on the end for assist. He's a very important player for this team, and obviously we hope he recovers and he's there for selection.
Fascinating comments from Tejan there on Jacob Schaffelberg. And a familiar theme. I think when you speak to anybody in this camp, that's what they talk about Jacob Schaffelberg, particularly because of his performances as well at the Copa America. Now, he is not training nowhere near in full right now, but Canada does have an opportunity, remember, to replace any players down to injury before June 10th and the World Cup starts the next day on June 11th in Mexico. So my prediction now, I think Schaffelberg makes it and maybe Jebison does not. We're going to find out Friday night. It's going to be fantastic to watch. You can watch the announcement live on TSN at 7 o'clock Eastern. I'll be part of that broadcast. And at 8:30 Eastern, for a full hour, One Soccer will be live and reacting to that. And you can watch that on One Soccer and, of course, on our YouTube page as well. Your comments are always important. As you are, thank you so much for sticking this far. Take care of each other, and we'll see you on Friday.